proud of myself today.
I'm so proud of myself. You know why?
And so we're at episode 3. My thoughts so far. We're gonna have to. This is no disrespect to Bones. He's the greatest doctor in the galaxy. But we might have to bring some extra help in and start IDing and extra examining these people that come on to the ship. We can't have any more Charlie incidents. You know, Kirk, he's such a great guy, you know. He's so accepting, especially when it comes to like us, let's say like any of his crew, or say Charlie, another human coming on board. Just be a little more careful. It's a long story short, because we can't have this stuff happening. Kirk will lose his mind. All 425 members on the ship. I think it was 425. I forgot the exact number. I know it's 400 and something. So we have to keep those members safe. And I'm included. Don't forget me. Y'all cannot forget I'm part of it. So I care too. Episode 3, man. What we got? What we gonna get into? You on YouTube? Like and subscribe to the channel. You on Patreon? What's up with you? Like, you like the video as well on Patreon. I never say that. But other than that, let's get into episode 3 of Star Trek, guys. Let's go.
The call letters of a vessel which has been missing for over 2 centuries. Did another Earth ship once probe out of the galaxy as we intend to do? Is this some warning they've left behind?
I'll have you checkmated your next move.
You the chess master.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions. In fact, one of my ancestors married a human female.
Terrible, having bad blood like that.
Living lounge. Object is now within tractor beam range. 1 meter in diameter.
Not large enough even for a lifeboat.
Small enough to bring it aboard, sir, if you want to risk it.
I was just talking about we need to be careful what we bring on board to the SS Enterprise.
Old style ship recorder. Let's hope its tapes are intact. We'll feed it through Mr. Spock's computer.
Yes, sir.
Says Valiant on top of it.
Getting into shape?
Yeah, well, I figured you were on the bridge. Kelso's voice sounded a little nervous. Well, you finished the game.
He played most illogically. His next move should have been the rook.
Screen on.
Approaching Galaxy Edge, sir.
Neutralize warp, Mr. Mitchell. Hold this position. This is the captain speaking. The object we encountered is a ship's disaster recorder, apparently ejected from the SS Valiant almost 200 years ago. We'll move out into our probe as soon as we have those answers. All decks stand by.
Astrocytes is standing by, Captain.
Engineering division ready, as always.
Psychiatry, Captain. My assignment is to study crew reaction in emergency conditions.
Getting something from the recorder now.
If there was an emergency, I'd be interested in how that crew reacted too.
Well, improving the breed, Doctor. Is that your line?
I heard that's more your specialty, Commander. Line included.
Gotcha, Commander.
Walking freezer unit.
Decoding memory banks. I'm not getting it all. The tapes are pretty badly burned. Sounds like the ship had encountered some unknown force. Counter orders. Repeated urgent requests for information from the ship's computer records for anything concerning ESP and human beings.
Dr. Dana, how are you on ESP?
It is a fact that some people can sense future happenings, read the backs of playing cards and so on. But the Esper capacity is always quite limited.
Interesting.
7 crewmen dead. Oh, this must be garbled. I get something about destruct. Sounded like the captain giving an order to destroy his own ship.
Self-destruct? Why would the captain give that order? Kirk will find out.
This is probably the best argument to continue the probe. Other vessels will be heading out here someday. They'll have to know what they'll be facing. Ahead, warp factor 1.
I hope Kirk knows what he's doing. Well, he always does.
Force field of some kind.
You are
Coming up on it fast. Sensor beam on, sir.
Deflectors, full intensity.
Deflectors, full intensity.
Energy, negative.
Whatever it is, contact in 12 seconds.
Captain.
Gravitation on automatic. Emergency station.
Crap.
All decks on fire alert. Alpha.
Whoa. That Enterprise pushed up out of there, boy.
Reports.
Damage control reports, all stations.
Gravity control, switching to battery.
Two of the crew members got zapped.
Something hit me.
He's alive. Appears to be in shock.
Main engines are out, sir. We're on emergency power cells. Casualties, 9 dead.
Gravity is down to point.
9 dead.
This is bridge engineering.
I'm a little weak for some reason, Jim, but I feel all right.
Bones, we need an evaluation.
Earth bases, which were only days away, are now years in the distance. Our overriding question now is, what destroyed the Valiant?
Each case showed damage to the body's neural circuit. An area of the brain was burned out.
And you, are you feeling all right?
Yes.
You mentioned that tests show that you have a high degree of extrasensory perception.
If you're suggesting there's anything dangerous.
Before the Valiant was destroyed, its captain was frantically searching for ESP information on his crew.
There's nothing about it that could possibly make a person dangerous.
Spock said bullshit.
Of normal ESP power.
Perhaps you know of another kind.
Do we know for sure, Doctor, that there isn't another kind?
I love the look Kirk give when he's sure of something. He be looking like... Nah, he look dangerous. He too ESP'd up.
Hello, Jim. Hey, you look worried.
You look scary.
Been worried about you ever since that night on Denham 4. Feel any different?
Well, in a way, I feel better than I've ever felt before in my life. I'm getting a chance to read some of that long hair stuff you like. And I remember you back at the academy. A stack of books with Lake. If I hadn't aimed that little blonde lab technician at you.
You planned that?
Well, you wanted me to think. I'm getting even better ideas here.
Don't get too arrogant laying in your bed, buddy.
You, Spinoza?
I'm trying to tell you I feel fine. When do I go back on duty?
I'm going to ask Dr. Dana to keep you under observation for a while.
Didn't I say you'd better be good to me?
Watch your tone. I'm the captain around here. I don't trust him. I feel bad stuff happening with his energy.
He's reading faster now than just a few moments ago.
Put a 24-hour watch in the sick bay. Fullest possible range of examinations and tests.
You can't scare Kirk. Kirk don't flinch, blink, budge.
I know you don't particularly like me, Mr. Mitchell, but since I am assigned here, can we make the best of it?
Everybody seems worried that I don't have some kind of a fever or something. Maybe if I could just change these dials.
How did you do that?
You ESP'd up.
I just thought of making it happen, and it does. It just... Hey, watch this, Doc.
He's screwing around. He's screwing around.
You were dead for almost 22 seconds. There were no readings at all.
There've been other things, too. Like going halfway through the ship's library in hardly a day.
That's impressive.
Do you remember everything you read that quickly?
Yeah.
Page 387.
My love has wings. They're feathered things with grace and hips.
He knew it without even looking.
How do you feel?
I just felt nothing happened.
Are you sure?
I was on my coffee break. I thought I'd check up on...
Yeah. So how go the repairs?
Well, the main engines are gone.
You better check the starboard impulse packs. Those points have about decayed to lead. You activate those packs and you'll blow the whole impulse stack.
Go check into it.
I just wanted to stop by and make sure you were okay.
He'd seen those points, and he hadn't noticed their condition. The image of what he'd seen was still in his mind.
Well, it didn't make any sense that he'd know.
He was right?
I don't know how, but he was right.
What?
This point is burned out exactly the way he described it.
Mr. Mitchell,
Our subject is not Gary Mitchell.
I know those from your planet aren't supposed to have feelings like we do, Mr. Spock.
That's enough, Doctor.
I don't think so. Gary told me that you've been friends since he joined the service.
It is my duty, whether pleasant or unpleasant, to listen to the reports, observations, even speculations on any subject that might affect the safety of this vessel.
Gotta keep all these people protected. It's nothing personal.
Of unusual powers.
He can control certain autonomic reflexes.
About an hour ago, the bridge control started going crazy.
And on my monitor screen, I could see Mitchell smiling each time it happened.
Has he shown abilities of such magnitude?
I saw some such indications.
And you didn't think it worth mentioning?
No one's been hurt, have they?
Not yet.
A mutated superior man could also be a wonderful thing. The forerunner of a new and better kind of human being.
If you want the mathematics of this, Mitchell's ability is increasing geometrically.
He will have attained powers we can't understand and can't cope with. Soon, we'll be not only useless to him, but actually an annoyance.
Wow. Kirk, what you gonna do?
There'll be no discussion of this with the crew.
In a month, he'll have as much in common with us as we'd have with a ship full of white mice. There's a planet a few light days away from here. Delta Vega.
Drop them off.
The station is fully automated. There's not a soul on the whole planet. Even the ore ships call only once every 20 years.
You have one other choice. Kill Mitchell while you still can.
Spock's not thinking like a human. Kirk is.
It is your only other choice.
Will you try for one moment to feel? At least act like you've got a heart.
The captain of the Valiant probably felt the same way, and he waited too long to make his decision. I think we've both guessed that.
That's what happened to the people in the Valiant. They gained abilities like this and destroyed themselves. Everybody on the Valiant gained ESP powers and didn't know what to do with themselves and inevitably destroyed themselves.
This planet, completely uninhabited, is slightly smaller than Earth. Kelso's task, transport down with a repair party, try to regenerate the main engines, and if we're successful, maroon him there.
I'm thirsty.
Yep, he's gonna have to be marooned there for sure.
It's like a man who has been blind all of his life, suddenly being given sight. Some people think that makes me a monster, don't they, Jim?
It does. Look at you. Look how you acting.
Are you reading all our thoughts, Gary?
I can sense mainly worry in you, Jim.
What would you do in my place?
Probably just what Mr. Spock is thinking now. Kill me.
Spock, he's straightforward. Oh!
Stop it, Gary.
I also know we're orbiting Delta Vega, Jim. I mean, I want to leave the ship. Not yet. I may want another place. I'm not sure yet just what kind of a world I can use. Where the things I could do, like maybe a god could do.
Yeah, we ain't trying to hear all that, God. Sorry. But that's what he was saying.
Can you do it, Lee?
Maybe if we can bypass the fuel bins without blowing ourselves up.
I think I got the 203R set, Lee.
Good, Alden.
The fuel bins, Lee, could they be detonated from here? A destruct switch?
Guess I could wire one up right there.
I want only one medical officer here at any one time. The other will monitor him on the dispensary screen.
I'd like to stay now. Try to talk to him.
I don't like that idea.
My friend, James Kirk. Remember those rodent things on Dimmerus? The poison darts they threw? I took one meant for you.
In the transporter room, you said something about us seeming like insects by comparison. You said if you were in my place, you'd kill a mutant like yourself.
Mr. Spock is right, and you're a fool if you can't see it.
You don't mean that, Gary.
In time, you'll understand that. There he goes!
Gary gonna take himself out. What the?
Jim.
His eyes went back to normal.
He back.
Fighting the force field drained his strength. For a while, at least. He could be handled now.
Ah, that was quick. It might have charged him up some more.
I'll just keep getting stronger. You know that, don't you?
You still trapped.
It fits like a glove, Captain. Mr. Spock, get the phaser rifle we set down.
I didn't order any. Affirmative, landing party out.
Spock came down strapped up like, let's get this over.
Try
tried to get through the force field again. His eyes changed back faster. He didn't become as weak.
What makes you right and a trained psychiatrist wrong?
All I know is logic. In my opinion, we'll be lucky if we can repair this ship and get away in time.
You gotta go with logic sometimes. That's why Spock is so great.
If Mitchell gets out, at your discretion, Lee, if sitting here you think you're the last chance, I want you to hit that button.
Kirk, what are you talking about?
Note commendations on Lieutenant Kelso and the engineering staff. Mitchell, whatever he's become, keeps changing.
He's been like that for hours now.
If he should try to stop us.
Kelso will be on the destruct button until the last minute.
I'm staying behind with him.
Look like he's listening to everybody on the ship at once.
Everything you sent up seems to be fitting in place.
Lee, watch your back!
The job we've done. Are we going to be ready to transform out?
Spock was right. Take him out while we had the chance. Now he's taking out our crew.
You should have killed me while you could, James.
I just said it.
Command and compassion is a fool's mixture.
She did get hit with the blast. She's probably getting stronger as well.
Kelso is dead, strangled.
Dr. Daner,
She went with Mitchell.
did you see their direction?
They were headed across the valley to the left of the pointed peaks. But Captain...
Where, if you have not received a signal from me within 12 hours, proceed at maximum warp to the nearest Earth base with my recommendation.
Kurt not gonna want to blast both of them. Him maybe, but her, he's not gonna want to shoot her.
Behold.
The dude can alter matter. He create life out of nothing. I mean, if he was a good guy, this would be such a great thing to have upon the ship.
Be like God, you have the power to make the world anything you want it to be.
What's wrong?
A visitor. You'll enjoy being a god, Elizabeth. Let there be food. Caffarian apples.
He's quick to proclaim himself a god. I don't think you're that strong yet, dude. Blow him away, Kurt. Even though you knew him for 15 years, that sucks.
Whenever we visited that planet. Can you hear me, James?
I can see him in my mind, too.
Now that you're changing, I want you to see just how unimportant they are.
They. Here he go, talking to us like we're mice. Talking about us.
Yes, it just took a little longer for it to happen to me.
You're still human, at
No,
least partly you are.
Before long, we'll be where it would have taken mankind millions of years of learning to reach.
And what will Mitchell learn on getting there?
Please go back while you still can.
Did you hear him joke about compassion?
Above all else, a god needs compassion. Mitchell!
You know the ugly, savage things we all keep buried that none of us dare expose, but he'll dare. Who's to stop him? He doesn't need to care. What do you see happening to him? What's your prognosis, Doctor?
His doom. I don't see anything good happening for him.
Hang on to being a human for 1 minute longer.
It didn't work. Okay, I didn't expect that.
I've been contemplating the death of an old friend. He deserves a decent burial, at least.
He even put a tombstone there with his name on there.
Morals are for men.
God. Still driven by human frailty. Do you like what you see?
Do something, Elizabeth. Do something.
Pray that you die easily.
Oh, one jealous god. If all this makes a god, or is it making him something else? Absolute power corrupting absolutely.
Didn't work. Blast him, Elizabeth! Blast him!
Hurry.
Hurry before his eyes go back.
You haven't much time.
Oh! Left hook to the gut! Whoop it, Kurt! Whoop it! Hey! Oh! Kurt can take a punch.
Gary.
Hit him! No! They both fell in the grave. Way to improvise, Kirk.
I'm sorry. Can't know what it's like to be almost a god.
Enterprise, come in.
Captain Kirk lost 2 crew members today. Wasn't even their fault. They didn't even plan on getting those ESP powers, you know.
Stardate 1313.8. Yet noted she gave her life in performance of her duty. I want his service record to end that way. He didn't ask for what happened to him.
He just took the words out of my mouth.
I believe there's some hope for you after all, Mr. Spock.
We need Spock, you know, and we all need a little bit of Spock in us. That sounds completely crazy. If we're joking around, that sounds crazy, but if we're being serious, we all need a little bit of Spock inside of us. That still sounds wild, but meaning the way he thinks, just logic. That's it. No feeling behind it. No, man, I knew this guy for 15 years. Let's try to think of a different way. We're friends. None of that. Spock don't care if he knew you for 100 years. You step out of line and you need to go in order to protect everything around us. You got to go. Spock doesn't think about it. He doesn't cry about it. Take him out. Excuse me, guy. You gotta love Spock, dude. Spock is gotta be my favorite character, and he's a great actor, dude. He always, informs us on everything that's going on. He be on that thing ready. Yep, this is what's happening. Yeah, okay. I'll let Kirk know right now. All right. Anybody acting up? We don't care. We'll kill him. I'm just playing. Man, Star Trek, I'm actually enjoying this more than I thought I would, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is actually great. This is a great ride. What time is it right now? Oh. It's 12 p.m. It's 12 o'clock, and we're watching Star Trek. I think I'm going to load up another episode, too. Probably do one more, man. Go to sleep about 1, 2 o'clock. I've been watching Star Trek all day. I'm hooked. On to the next one.